In the UK and maybe Ireland, you may sometimes hear someone referring to the weather as Baltic. But what exactly does this slang mean? Well, it's used when the weather outside is very cold. It's referring to the Baltic region, which is found here in northeast Europe. The region isn't particularly known for being a hot and sunny place. It doesn't receive the Gulf Stream like say Ireland or Iceland do, and it receives cold Arctic air from the north. So which countries constitute the Baltics and what is life like there? Let's take a look. So there are 9 countries in total that have coastline along the Baltic Sea, which could technically class them as Baltic countries. However, the term the Baltics is generally accepted to only include 3 countries, being from north to south, Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania. All 3 countries declared their independence at the end of World War I with the collapse of the Russian Empire. They were then later occupied and annexed by the USSR during World War II. But after the collapse of the Soviet Union, the 3 countries were reinstated as sovereign nations. So as mentioned earlier, the Baltic region is found in northeast Europe and is relatively small in regards to land, population and economy. Combined, they cover an area of just 175,000 kilometers squared, meaning if they did merge together as one country, they'd rank as the 90th largest on Earth and the 14th largest in Europe. Lithuania is the largest of the 3, but only just, as the country is only around 600 kilometers squared larger than Latvia. And then we have Estonia at some 43,000 kilometers squared. When it comes to their populations, the same applies. Lithuania is the largest, followed by Latvia and then Estonia, at 2.7, 1.8 and 1.3 million respectively. Again, if the 3 countries merged together, they'd have a population of some 5.8 million, which would rank them as around the 114th most populated on Earth. For reference, that's a lower population than that of Singapore. This gives the region a population density of around 33 people per kilometer squared. Now for all of Earth's land, that's including Antarctica, the population density is around 54 people per kilometer squared, meaning this region could be described as rather sparsely populated. Singapore, by the way, has a population density of some 8,200 people per kilometer squared. So the Baltics are part of what is known as the East European Plain, which is a very flat region of Eastern Europe that extends across parts of Russia, Ukraine, Belarus and of course the Baltic states. The region is generally very flat, as what can be seen from the topography of Europe map. The area comprises of lowlands with gentle rolling hills, rivers, lakes and forests. To demonstrate just how low this region is, let's take a look at its highest point. So the highest point found across all 3 countries is Manamagi, found in Estonia, which sees a peak of just 318 meters. For reference, the average elevation on land on Earth is 840 meters, meaning this region's highest point is more than half of Earth's average. Both Estonia and Latvia see around half of their land covered by forest, whereas Lithuania only around a third. One thing that geographically makes Estonia stand out in this region is that it has many islands compared to the other 2. So Estonia has around 2,200 islands spread out across the Baltic Sea, Gulf of Finland and Gulf of Riga, with the largest being Saaremaa at some 2,700 kilometers squared, the second largest island in the Baltic Sea. For reference, this island is larger than the country of Luxembourg and has a population of some 32,000 people. That's about 5% of the population of Luxembourg. Interestingly, Latvia doesn't actually really have any islands and Lithuania only around 30. So Estonia only has 2 land borders, being that of Latvia to the south and Russia to its east. As the crow flies, Estonia's capital, Tallinn, is only 300 kilometers from St. Petersburg, Russia's second largest city. So Latvia has 4 land borders, being that of Estonia, Lithuania, Russia and Belarus. And then Lithuania also has 4 land borders, being Latvia, Belarus, Poland and Russia, as it borders Kaliningrad here. Whilst we're on the theme of Lithuania's border with Kaliningrad, let's take a further look into the Curonian Spit, perhaps one of the most unique and interesting geographic features of the entire Baltic region. So found here in the Baltic Sea, you will find an almost 100-kilometer long spit, which is a thin, curved sand dune that connects Lithuania with Kaliningrad and therefore Russia, as it's a Russian exclave. The northern part of the spit belongs to Lithuania and the southern part Kaliningrad. It feels and sounds kind of weird that you can travel from Lithuania kind of southwest towards Poland and in fact enter Russia. So as just mentioned, the capital city of Estonia is Tallinn. This is what it looks like. It is found in the north of the country on the Baltic Sea and Gulf of Finland. Just 82 kilometers north of Tallinn, you will find Helsinki, Finland's capital. Latvia's capital, Riga, is found here, another coastal city as it sits within the Gulf of Riga. And then finally we have Vilnius, the capital city of Lithuania, which isn't actually found on the coast. Instead, it is found in the southeast of the country, not far from its border with Belarus. So the three capitals just mentioned are also the three most populous cities within the region, with Riga's urban area being the most populated, followed by Vilnius and then Tallinn. All three of these cities, well in fact most cities in this region, share a similar aesthetic in terms of design and architecture. They are mainly comprised of well-preserved medieval old towns and cobblestone streets. When it comes to the three countries' economies, they follow the same ranking as what we saw with their land size and population. Lithuania has the largest economy, followed by Latvia and then Estonia, at around 81 billion, 46 billion and 44 billion respectively. Again, if we were to combine these three countries, they'd pull an economy size of around 160 billion US dollars. This would rank them as the 59th highest in the world, a similar economy size to that of Kuwait or Morocco. In terms of quality of life, the region sees a decently high standard of living. In the Human Development Index, Estonia ranks the highest out of the three, in 31st place, followed by Latvia and Lithuania in 37th place, who both coincidentally have the exact same score. Estonia also ranks higher than the other two for GDP per capita, to which it sits 36 in the world with just under 32,000 US dollars. Lithuania ranks 41st with 28,400 and then Latvia 44th with just over 24,000 US dollars. When it comes to the Democracy Index, it's another win for the Estonians, who rank 27th in the world with what is known as a flawed democracy. Latvia ranks 38th and then Lithuania 39th. So one ranking where Lithuania smashes the other two is the World Happiness Report findings, where Lithuania ranks a very impressive 19th place, just above the UK. Estonia ranked 34th and then Latvia 46th. So the quality of life in these three countries is pretty good as a whole, not the highest on earth but certainly nowhere near the lowest. However, one index where all three of these countries seriously fall short is in life expectancy, where they all score very poorly. So Estonia ranks the highest out of the three with a life expectancy of just under 78 years, the 53rd highest in the world. Lithuania ranks 70th with just under 76 years, and then Latvia 81st with 74.5 years. But why is this the case? Why are their life expectancies so low? Well, one factor that has led to this is that the region sees some of the highest smoking and alcohol consumption levels anywhere on Earth, which of course both hinder longevity substantially. So this is how the flag of each country looks. Latvia's is simply a red flag with a white horizontal stripe running through the middle. Estonia has a tricolour flag, comprising of three equal horizontal bands with blue at the top, black in the middle and white at the bottom. Lithuania also has three horizontal stripes, but with yellow at the top, green in the middle and then red at the bottom. All three of these countries are in the European Union and use the euro as their currency. They are all also part of NATO. It seems to me that these countries kind of have each other's backs. In many ways they are very alike and share similar values. On an individual level, the three countries are very small in terms of size, population, economy, and power. But as a combined force, they are certainly more mighty. There is no official union as such, but I'm sure if one of the Baltic states were to face adversity, the other two would definitely have their back. So that is the Baltic region explained in a nutshell. If you're from the Baltic region or know anything interesting that we missed out, please let us know in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more geography content, and as always, thanks for watching.